Hi everyone! Welcome to our first ever Transformers Tactical Arena live stream. It's very exciting for us to be here, and so first off, I will introduce myself and Evan. We are from Red Games Co., the developer of Transformers Tactical Arena, and we are on the community team. Go ahead and say hi.
Guys? Hey guys, how's it going?
We're so excited for you to join us, but first off, let me just run through a few things. If you're new here, or maybe you just don't know yet, we have a website, transformerstacticalarena.com. You can find our fan kit there that will have like some phone backgrounds and some cool social icons. You can also contact our support through there, and in general, it's just a cool place to be. Check it out. We have some links also there to our social channels and our community channels. So if you don't know yet, we do have an official Discord server where we'll be interacting with you guys and watching all of your cool suggestions and feedback over there. So check out our Discord server if you haven't already. I think right now we are streaming to 6 different platforms, which is cool. So wherever you are, if you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, wherever, go ahead and give us a follow, give us a subscribe, because we hope to do more of these in the future. Yeah, and one last final thing, if you have yet to download Transformers Tactical Arena, you totally should. It's free now in the App Store. And I think we have a link right there at the bottom as well. So let's not waste any more time and let's jump into a match first thing. What do you think?
I think that sounds like a great idea to me. So I'm just going to go ahead right here from the home page and hit the battle button, and we're going to find us an opponent. And this is the live build, so I'm going to be playing with all of you out there in the real world. I mean, not all at once, like one at a time, but this is going to be wild. So anything can go, and you know, this will be a chance for me to show that I am for certain not the best at this game, but hopefully okay.
Okay, we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn as we go, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And if you guys have tips for us, also drop it in the chat, because we're going to be watching the chat for any questions and tips you might have. I already see Blood and Mustard on Twitch. Thanks for joining. Very familiar face there, because you're on our Discord server as well. So thank you for joining us today.
Very cool. Yeah, seriously, guys, if you have tips for me along the way, please feel free, because I could use them. All right. So, if you're unfamiliar with the game, each player has these 3 towers, right? And the objective is to destroy your opponent's towers and to defend your own. So, we have a lot of different units here across the bottom that cost different amounts of energon, which is kind of the little purple bar across the bottom. It's going to slowly fill and build, and it builds at the same rate for both players. So, kind of have an even match. What is going to determine the winner is, you know, who is able to manage their energon and their troops better. So really fun little strategy game. Lots of good times. Lots of different Transformers. Lots of, I mean, I still see things now, strategies, you know, different things that like I haven't seen yet. It's always really fun to get out and play with everybody to see what they've got going on. But yeah, that's kind of the big overview, I guess. But yeah, seem to be doing kind of okay right now. But we're gonna make a little push here on this right side, and I kind of keep trying to do this. I dropped Bone Crusher out in front, who likes to target buildings, towers, that sort of thing. And then I like to send someone behind just to kind of give a little bit of cover fire, that kind of try and clear the path for Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher can absorb a lot of that damage, and then we get some stuff flowing from behind. But haven't had a ton of luck with it just yet.
I see that there's a vote of confidence in the chat for you. Oh, hi, good. Mark on Twitch says, I believe in you, Evan.
Yes, that's all I need. Just started with like a little bit of that.
Yeah. We'll support you.
Good deal. It might take a few rounds for us to get warmed up, you know what I mean? But
yeah, that makes sense.
We should be all right. So there's all this stuff going on the right side. I'm going to try and sneak an op on this down the left side here. And hopefully if we can get a tower, not going to happen for us. So
Well,
at the end of a match, which this is good to talk about, you're not always going to wipe out all the towers. Sometimes you just lose one, sometimes you just take one. But at the end, it kind of is, whoever's destroyed the most of their opponent's towers is the one who's going to win. So here we didn't win. We didn't take out a tower, but that's all right. This is just our opener. If you do end, if the timer ends like in a tie, you go into like an overtime sort of moment, which is lots of fun. But yeah, so that's a match in the nutshell. But I think we should jump into one more now that we've kind of talked about some of the technical stuff, like behind like what's actually going on in the game, and maybe try and get, we'll be a little more serious this time about getting us a win.
I wanna like take a look at your deck too.
Oh yeah, for
what
sure.
What kind of firepower you're packing?
Yeah, definitely. Once we get us like a nice win underneath our belts, we'll go. And maybe I shouldn't say that because who knows? That might be a while. Okay, so they're coming down this side here. I'm gonna do the Sidewinder strike and this tower here, a laser turret to kind of try and stop Rotor Storm there on the left. And now let's go ahead and see if we can't get something going down the right. So they've dropped that laser turret there, which is a really great strategy. Optimus has this really fun like ram attack there, but a real great way to counter it is to drop some sort of structure so that damage that he's doing with the ramming attack doesn't end up on your tower. It just kind of, you get diverted to the laser turret, which is a good way to stay alive for a little bit longer. Let's see here. So they've got, if you see on the left and right of their towers, they have these minion portals up, which spawn in these Decepticon minions, which...
I love those guys.
I know, they're the best. Like the minion swarm, like the big pack of them is like one of my favorites. Just so fun to like just try and overwhelm. Right? Yeah. And they are, exactly, they are kind of low-key adorable in like a menacing sort of way, right?
Yeah.
Alright, we've got a little bit of a push going here on the left. And drop my Sidewinder strike, see if we can clear it up a little bit. And my drones there on the left are just going to take out those Decepticon minions because they're air units and the Decepticon minions can't really interact with them. Okay, so we're going to have to get a little bit of a defense going here on the left side. Let's see if we can drop a few units. And they're pushing on the right as well, but we got to worry about this Bone Crusher first. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to try and pull the Bone Crusher out in front here, sort of mount our own counter-offensive. Hopefully he can hold on for a little bit. We've got those drones kind of chipping away at him. We might have something going here. And while that's going on, see if we can get Optimus down the right side.
Yeah, that's like a sneak attack, kind of.
Yeah. We do got to worry about our left turret. It is a little low on health. But so far, we might be okay. We might get a win, like I talked about. Just throwing up some defenses here. Bone Crusher's coming on the left side, but we do have kind of that one turret lead right now. So if we did lose it, which we might hold on, we'd be okay.
Sorry, I might butch like this name. I'm so sorry if I say that wrong, but Thierry on Twitch says, "LOL, please use your Energon." And Phoenix TV on YouTube said, "I'm surprised that worked."
I am surprised too. It worked though. Awesome.
Terry. Oh, it's Terry. Okay, thank you. I'm so happy I know that now. So much easier to say.
Terry, yeah, I see it now. I think. All right, so cool. So we've won a match here, and you can see I got a new crate there. I got some started earlier today. I thought we would open them together. Like, it'd be super fun, you know. So you've got 3 crate slots here at the bottom. I have a mini one and a super one that are ready to go. And then this mega one, we're gonna go ahead and get it started so we can open that up later. But let's open the mini crate and see what we get. And then this will be a good chance for us to go into the deck after and kind of look at what we got. So we got a plasma cannon card here, a laser defense turret card, and some 413, which is great. That's 413 makes the Transformers world go round, I guess. Oh, cool. So we got a new card here. This is Hot Rod. He's super fun if you're into flamethrowers and stuff. And
I mean, who isn't?
I know, right? If you don't like flamethrowers, I don't know if we can be friends, you know? I will say that if you do have a flamethrower, you should use it responsibly, you know, all that good stuff. So I don't want to hurt anybody, but anyway, let's jump in here into our squad now and have a look at kind of what we got going on. So this is my deck. This is kind of early progress for me. Obviously, I've been playing this for a little while, but this is kind of earlier in the game. So we're going to have a look at, you know, what we've got here. This is our current squad. I've got Optimus. You know, it's really kind of hard to be upset when Optimus is in your deck. But Optimus he's a legendary card. So our legendary cards have 2 different forms. They've got like a robot form and then an alt form. So Optimus here in robot form, and then we can have a peek at his alt form. And like I had mentioned, in his alt form, he does that like charge down the lane, and he is targeted specifically for a building or any sort of structure. So a good counter, like we mentioned, is to drop some sort of building in his way. So he diverts off to that. After hitting the building, he transforms back into his robot form and goes about his business like he normally would. So Optimus is a fun one to have in your deck. Kind of hard to beat, you know what I mean? We've got a few air units here as well. I've got Roarstorm, who's just a solid, you know, air unit that does kind of area damage, which makes it nice for cleaning up things like we talked about the minion. Yeah, the minions. It's really great when they're all clustered together. Roarstorm just kind of like takes them down, and it's really satisfying to watch from, you know, the safe spot in the air. Drones are, you know, just a little pair. They're almost like, I like to think of them as the minions of the air, right? They're just kind of small, pretty squishy, easy to take out, but they are airborne, so you can't always engage with them unless you have units like the Autobot troopers here, like I've got. So they have a ranged attack, so they can fire at things in the air, and same with RC, so she can shoot stuff out of the sky. And a couple other things that I have going on currently. Sidewinder Strike. It's always nice to have like a tactical strike sort of thing that you can kind of deploy anywhere on the map. This is great. It's really fast and really good at taking out. We keep talking about ways to take out the Decepticon minions, but it's really good at taking out the Decepticon minions. If you don't like being beat by Decepticon minions, this is the stream for you. You have turned in. You've come to the right place. And then, you know, we talked about Bone Crusher as well. Bone Crusher is awesome.
Bone Crusher looks like a tank.
Yeah, and he is for sure in like function and everything. So he's slow moving, but can just soak up a lot of damage. And once he gets to your tower or your whatever structure you've got going on, he will really lay some damage down. One other thing to talk about too that I would like to show when we get into our next match is these prime abilities, right? So right now we just have the Star Saber, but we'll kind of watch this little demo of it. The Star Saber is really cool. You can use it and it sends this wave down the arena, and it will wipe out a lot of smaller enemies and push them back. And if it doesn't, it still does some damage and gives you a little bit of breathing room. So kind of a fun one to have. But yeah, there are other ones as well that you can unlock as you move your way down. But those are kind of fun, like a little nice wild card where you can always kind of have that in your back pocket. Does cost energon, but still very fun.
Cool.
So I think since we've got a new card here, Hot Rod, we ought to put him in our deck, and we'll go ahead and use him. This is where it gets hard.
The question is, yeah, where are you going to put him?
I don't know. So I think I'm probably going to swap him for our Autobot troopers. So we'll put him in there. Yeah. So
since you have RC, right? So
that's my thinking behind it, is that I still have RC. RC's a nice ranged unit. I do have she's a little higher energon, so that kind of brings my average energon cost up a little bit. But we'll try it out and see how it goes. But before we go to, I also want to upgrade Hot Rod because I have enough to upgrade him. Always nice to have cards in top shape. One other thing to note there, I don't know if you noticed, after I leveled up Hot Rod, I also made a little bit of progress on just my level. That's kind of the 2 up there. And as you level up, that kind of levels up your turrets, gives them a little more strength, that kind of stuff. So it's always good if you have stuff, and you can see I do still, and I haven't gone through and upgraded them. It's kind of a good idea to upgrade them, just to kind of move yourself along. But yeah.
Well, we're getting endorsements from chat on your use of RC. Blood and Mustard and Terry are saying RC is top tier, quite good. Don't sleep on her.
Yeah, no, and she's as soon as I got RC, I put her in my deck, and here I haven't moved her since, so it should be good. Let's go ahead and let's jump into another one and see how we do with Hot Rod in there. We talked a little bit about Hot Rod, but he is kind of more of an area damage sort of guy, so he's gonna be a good addition, I think. Especially if any of our opponents like the Decepticon minions.
So in the meantime, while we're getting into this, I see another user on YouTube who says your game is awesome. First of all, thank you. We love to hear that. We also love to hear feedback, but we also love to hear the game is awesome. And they also said please add history of match replay like Transformers TV to watch for players, and I think that's a great suggestion. I think that's something for the team to consider for sure. They also asked, are you planning to launch on Android, which has been a very popular question as of late. And we are excited to launch on additional platforms, so stay tuned in all of our channels when we have more formal announcements for those.
Absolutely, and like you said too, Genevieve, like we really do love to hear everybody's feedback. It's great, to be able to involve the community, our players, as much as we can to make sure that, we're making something that not only we enjoy, but so does everybody else. So, yeah, definitely reach out. Let us know if you've got ideas, suggestions, gripes, whatever.
Yeah,
let us
totally.
know.
You can let us know in chat here. You can also join over on Discord. We have a couple of forums in there where you can drop, suggestions and feedback, and it's very useful for us because we keep a really close eye on those channels too.
Yes, we do. So this isn't looking too great for us right now. We've got a little bit of an underdog situation, I would like to call it, But yeah, just a little bit of a rough start. We should be. So here comes one of my favorite Transformers on the left side. This is Braun, and I think he says it himself, that he packs a wallop, which is part of why I like him. I think that he's just so straightforward about what he does. He's like, I'm here to hit things, and that's what I do. But yeah, he's a fun one. Usually in my deck. We might have to put him in this deck, because this didn't go our way. I like to pretend like it's because I'm trying to talk and play at the same time, but we should still be able to win some, right? All right. So let's jump back into another one real quick. I don't feel like we gave Hot Rod a fair try. We've got to give him one more shot.
Yeah, let him come off the bench and like warm up, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to give him a sec, right? Okay, we're gonna do the old decoy there for Optimus.
Well, we have a tip for you.
Okay,
So,
let's hear it.
Phoenix TV. Please let me know how to say that. On YouTube says, don't be so eager to use Sidewind or Strike next time. We need cards that stay in the game. Would have been better to use Rotor Storm.
Yep, I think that's probably a good suggestion there. Because I tend to like lean on that too, where it's like, oh, here they come, like Sidewind or Strike. But yeah, let's keep a hold of that for a minute. See if that
they also
makes
say
a difference.
Your laser defense turret is too low. You'd probably be better off with Minion Portal.
Okay, we can make.
We're getting hot tips. We're getting hot tips from players I know are at the top of the top of their game.
So we're gonna make some changes.
So all of you new players who are listening in, take note.
These are the hot tips. Because yes, if you're starting new, you're gonna be pretty close to where I am right now currently. So definitely good to pay attention. All right, let's see how Rotor Storm does there. Good. All right. So I'm gonna pull an Optimus down the left lane. This is, we did it earlier, the old switcheroo. And hopefully they don't have a laser turret. Okay. We're good. For the time being. Don't want to rest up too much. Let's keep RC. We're gonna let Rotor Storm come back this way before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Generate some energon. Wait till Rotor Storm starts to engage the turret. Then I'm gonna drop RC. That way, Rotor Storm stays engaged with the turret, and we kind of move on. Okay, now we got kind of a counter-offensive, or an offensive, I guess, coming down the right side. Let's get Optimus out there, just in robot form. Maybe a little bit of help from RC. Because that turret is really close to done for. We've got 29 health left. Let's see if we can hold out. Nope, we'll start.
So I see a question too from Terry here, who asked, how do you guys tune the overall balance of all units? So Evan and I probably can't speak to this because we aren't personally tuning it. However, I do know the team is working on more of a comprehensive tuning path upcoming in a future update. So we will get back to you on that. It's something we'll just have to take back to the dev team and try to get a little bit more information on. But I do recognize you from Reddit, so I'll stay in touch with you, or if you're also in our Discord too, feel free to tag me and we can get back to you on that one.
Yeah, for sure. And I do know that, we're constantly making adjustments to all that kind of stuff. So it's not something that we ever feel like we just have tuned it and now it's like good and it's good for forever. We take a lot of data, a lot of that kind of stuff. We can see which cards are doing well and which ones aren't. And, the goal is to make like an environment where everything feels super balanced and it's not just like, oh, they have Bumblebee and so I just lose because they have Bumblebee, which, Bumblebee's he's quite the transformer, but he can't win them all for you.
Cool. So we did just basically say this, but I got a ping from somebody on the dev team, and they said we tune units based on data that is gathered from all games that are played, as well as player feedback, and based on that data, using metrics like win rate, card combos, and counters. So hopefully
Yeah.
that clears a little bit up. But if you have any more questions, just like I said, you can tag me on Reddit or on Twitter. I mean Twitter, but you can tag us on Twitter. But I meant Discord.
Yeah, and you know, like I had said, I think the goal there is to have, you know, a really fun, you know, sandbox environment where everybody has a proper chance. So let's uh let's make a quick adjustment to the squad here. We had a few tips, right? Minion portal. Should we use this one here? We're going to use it, but then we're going to upgrade it as well. Let's pull Hot Rod for now. Then I'm going to do a little bit of upgrading like we had talked about. We may be able to kind of bridge that gap and hit level 3 to give our turrets a little more survivability, a little more attack power, which is going to be nice. So we're going to go through and upgrade some of these here.
I see a funny comment from Phoenix TV 2 on YouTube. It says, "How have you not nerfed chaser drones already?" And that's a funny question because I think I've seen that quite a lot coming up in Reddit recently. The team, we're aware of that. We're aware that that's like a pretty common, opinion. But like I said, we're gonna have a comprehensive tuning cast kind of coming up here shortly, and fingers crossed. I think you'll be able to see, maybe a change to chaser drones.
Yeah, for sure. And that's, you know, like just like we said, we're always trying to kind of adjust and make things better. So if there's some anguish around the chaser drones, it'll likely be addressed soon. So keep an eye out for that. Just a note here, we did level up the turret, so we got some more health, some more damage output. This is good stuff. So I think we can go into a match. But go ahead. You had another question.
I was just gonna no, it was my question. I was just gonna say if Odex TV is like on top of it, but with the tips, they said you might need anti-air support with Minion Portal, but RC and Rotor Storm aren't bad.
Okay. So we let's give this a shot then. You think?
Yeah.
I mean, we could let's see how it goes. We'll take this out. Take it for a spin. It's only one way to know, right?
Kringus McBasketball, which is an amazing name, by the way, on Twitch says it's a game of drones.
A game of drones.
It's a game of drones, and we're all just living in it.
It's true, isn't it? Okay, here we go. We've got Mega Prime on the other end. All right, so I'm going to start off and kind of place my minion portal off here to the right, hopefully to just kind of trickle down the right side, maybe get some attention there. And then, you know, depending on their first move here, I feel like I should be more patient in the opening, but it's really hard for me to not just throw all of my stuff at you and be like, here's my cards. What are you going to do? Okay. So maybe we've got someone who's not at their controls here. I always feel bad getting an easy win like this. Yeah, but I mean, if you're going AFK, like I can't just not, throw some energon at you. I do feel bad about it, though, just so everybody's aware.
So we do have a question from over on TikTok.
Okay.
I don't know if we have a good answer for it, but I do think it's maybe some good feedback for us. The question is, are you going to add Optimus Primal movie form?
Oh, so that's actually an interesting idea. So I don't know that we have any plans currently for like kind of like a movie skin like that, but that would definitely be something that would be super cool to explore and check out. I think that sounds like an awesome idea.
Yeah. I'm just seeing, stay tuned for announcements later in the year. It's always something. You never know. Never say never.
Yeah. And definitely, like we had said before, like a really good reason to like be involved in like the Discord, wherever you can reach out to us, like, let us know. All right, we're gonna see if we can sneak Optimus over here. Whoever was AFK came back and we still won, but we'll take it. And we got a new crate here. It's just a mini one, but we'll go ahead and start it unlocking. Another thing too, like that can really kind of amplify your progress here. You'll see I finished a mission, but you'll have a bunch of missions throughout the week. I've got a couple here that I can claim actually, so you can get a nice little boost. Then you've got weekly ones. Ooh, I'm done with a weekly too. This is great news. So 5 wins today. If we can do that, we'll get another crate. But let's go ahead and open some crates. Oh, there he is, Braun. And we've got some drones. Game of drones. I'm not going to be able to like unthink that every time I see the drones now. Like it's game of drones.
DK on YouTube says these live streams are fun. Wouldn't mind having more to talk to devs about game in real time, which is great. We'd love that. We love to hear that.
It's always fun for us to do these. You know, we get a chance to talk to you guys and hear, you know, insights. And then like, you know, the real reason we're doing it is so I can get the deep strategy out of you guys and, you know, make a better deck. But yeah.
Sure. And yeah, I think it's definitely something for us to consider, you know, adding some more developers in, getting some Q&As potentially in the future. It's a good suggestion.
Definitely. Okay. So we got some new cards there. We may be able to make a couple upgrades. Let's upgrade Braun. He's just great. Okay. So I kind of want to put
Braun in there?
I want to put Braun in there, but I'm wondering if we have any suggestions. If I'm putting Braun in here, what should I take out? I mean, I feel like maybe the minion portal. I don't want to lean too heavy into just, you know, melee units, but really the only other one that I have is Optimus. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap.
Maybe, let's ask the chat too. Maybe they have an opinion.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Codex says in the early stage it's important to go with your highest cards.
Okay. So we're looking okay then, I think. We've got some higher ones. We could do the drop squad here. But I think I'm going to take it out as is and see how we do. Mostly because of my fondness for Braun. Which, you know, I'm playing with my heart and not my head. I don't know if that's smartest.
I do want to circle back to a question Blood and Mustard had. Blood and Mustard on Twitch says, I have a question regarding the choice of characters. I had assumed early on that Hasbro would mandate G1 characters from the current toy lines, as the release of the game came soon after Earthrise. But characters like Optimal Optimus and animated Black Arachnia is awesome, and I'm wondering if Hasbro has set any limits for what Red Games can put in the game. And I talked to the devs a little bit, and it sounds like one of them was like, I'm an 80s kid. And I'm sure, I think that, Evan, you can probably relate to that too.
Yeah.
And they said the G1 style was a decision we made early on. It's our favorite aesthetic and is near and dear to our heart. Hasbro doesn't put a lot of limits on us and has been amazing to work with, and we strive to stay as true to the characters as possible while putting our own unique twist on the G1 aesthetic.
For sure.
So I hope that kind of answers that one.
And I do think that we have, you know, like you'd said, we have a lot of freedom in what we can work with. So a lot of times, you know, we're trying to make decisions that, you know, Transformers that we think will bring something fun and exciting to the game as far as like, you know, gameplay mechanics, stuff like that goes. But we also are trying to stay true to the character, all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely a challenge, but we have a lot of freedom and have a lot of fun with what goes in and all that kind of stuff. So that's a cool question.
Yeah, and I feel like that's like a pretty common compliment that I've been seeing kind of in app store ratings too, is just like art style being, you know, that more 80s vibe.
For sure. We were too slow on the Sidewinder strike. But yeah, that to me like is where my mind and my heart goes when I think of Transformers, is like to the G1 stuff. I mean, all of it all the way up through is fun and all that, but like there is a special place in my heart for the early stuff for sure.
I see another question here from Terry. Can we have a replay feature soon? Sometimes you just want to look back at your matches to learn from them. And I did get a note here that we are potentially planning on adding that in a future release. So that's hot news off the presses for you all.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And like you said, especially as you get further into this and you start really, you know, getting hypercritical of your deck, your strategies, all that kind of stuff. It's great to be able to have that replay feature to see where you went wrong.
Helpful. Mm-hmm. And also just for shareability too. Like if you have a particularly good match,
right? Then you get to share it with everybody.
Jay Tuili from Twitch says, just joined the stream, had tons of notes for you guys. Was curious to know if you made any changes on the past few days. So we did put out an update on Monday that addressed a few issues. So I'm not sure if that's within the past few days to you or not, but we have not put out anything since then. The team is hard at work though, working on some more improvements for you all.
Absolutely. And like, you know, we really appreciate you guys being, you know, there and patient with us as we work through some of the stuff. You know, it turns out that like launching a video game is hard. But you know, we like to hear everybody's feedback. And, yeah, I know, right? But yeah, so we appreciate you guys, and yeah, we're pushing up fixes as fast as we can fix them.
Yeah. Krangus McBasketball. I'll never get tired of saying that name. But Krangus McBasketball on Twitch says, Bone Crusher and Brawn behind him have no air support. Should have had Rotostorm cover.
Yep, and you can see that's where I got bit there. Need a little bit of air support.
And some more feedback here, it looks like, from DK on YouTube. My personal opinion is the game should stick with blocky, cartoony designs, not just G1, but also Prime Armada, animated, all chug style, you know, based on toys like the Legacy toy line. So that's some pretty good feedback, and we appreciate you sharing that. That's something we can take note of.
Yeah, and it's always, you know, the feedback that kind of leans into what we like too is always fun to hear. Because we obviously, you know, like we said, when we started developing the game, that was a choice that we made early on. It was like, this is what we like. This is the Transformer like aesthetic that's kind of near and dear to us. But it is cool too. Like, and it's a fun exercise for you know, the art team, but to take Transformers that you haven't really seen in the G1 style and then adapt them to that, right? Like you building it in reverse, like super cool. Lots of fun. It looks like I could do another mission. Good.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, before we like run out of time, do we want to maybe like host a private match and get somebody streaming to play against us?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And this is kind of another fun little feature here too. If you're sitting with a buddy, you can hit this practice button here, and you can play against an AI opponent. Which is probably a better way. You know, we kept making these changes to our deck and then going out into the wild with them. Like maybe we should have tried an AI opponent before we lost some rank. See, we're learning stuff here. But yeah, you have an option to play against an AI opponent, or you can join a match if you know someone with, you know, who's got a code up for you, or you can host one. So what we'll do here for the last little bit, is we'll kind of open it up. I'm going to hit this host button, and it's going to generate a code on screen. And if anybody out there wants to play, or if there are several of you who want to play, we'll just see who's the fastest at getting the code in, and then we'll go from there. We'll do a little match. All right. So I'm hosting now. And I am very much aware that this is probably the spot or the segment of the stream where I just really get my butt
start
kicked.
Losing.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Very,
I already know some
aware
of the people in this stream are very, very, very good at this game. So.
Oh, absolutely.
But hey, you get to see them in action, which is really cool.
Well, that's kind of one of those things. Like I think as a game dev, is that a lot of times you build something and you think like, oh, I got a good handle on this. This is great, and then you put it out there into everybody's hands, and you find out that maybe you're not quite as good as you thought you were. So I'm always okay with a little bit of humbling.
Yeah, I think we need that sometimes.
Yeah, it's great.
Zodiac on Twitch says, any characters that could be added soon, maybe. I don't think we have any updates to share about, potential new characters being added, but I will give a shout out to Discord. On our Discord server, we do have a little forum where you guys can add your character wish lists. So if there's specific characters you guys are looking to see in the game, go ahead and drop them in there, because we are watching and we're hoping you guys will kind of upvote each other's suggestions so we can get an idea of which ones you really, really want to see. And then also I see J2Illy on Twitch say, you guys need to check out the Reddit page. So many great notes on there for players who have been playing for a while. And that is true. I'm on Reddit almost every day now. I think checking it out. That's a great call out though. Shout out to the awesome community on Reddit. They always have so many good tips and insights. And truly, some of the top tier players are on there and interacting with everybody. And recently, I've seen a couple of players too who have gone in and been like, "I'm brand new, give me tips," and they're just so good about giving actual tips and tricks to new players. So if you're a new player, don't be afraid of the Reddit community. They're awesome.
They are, and it is super awesome, like you said, to see everybody so welcoming and helpful to new players and stuff. So yeah, if you're new, definitely don't hesitate to check it out.
Blood and Mustard on Twitch says, animated Black Arachnia was such a nice design. She translates wonderfully into this G1-esque art style. I think it's also the first time an animated design has appeared in a non-animated video game, which is pretty cool. Thanks. Thanks for that note.
Now I have a question. You said that was Blood and Mustard.
Yes.
I'm playing Blood and Mustard right now.
Oh, wow, really?
Easy for Blood and Mustard that you can type up that giant response in the middle of just beating me? If you are, that's fine.
Possible.
I just want to know.
Multitasking.
Yeah, that's impressive. This is also kind of cool too, because like I said, we've been playing with a lot of the earlier cards and playing, some of these players that are further along, like Blood and Mustard is. We definitely get a little peek at some of the later cards, and that's always a good time. Fun to see. All right, this is not looking great, but oh, here it comes. Starscream. Yep. That is one of the best things about Starscream. Oh, see, we can say well played as well. Look, we're being very classy winners and losers.
Totally. And Blood and Mustard is also watching us right now, so we can just say, hey, respect.
We're communicating on so many levels right now.
Literally, just multiple levels.
The world is an amazing place, isn't it? Okay, let's do one more of those. That was fun. It's fun to get to see some of the later cards, all that fun stuff. So let's do another one. All right, here we go. Let's see who is the fastest. Oh, Blood and Mustard says that they had the wrong deck selected.
Oh wow.
Well,
because of Wheeljack.
Oh yeah, or Braun. Yeah.
I mean, hey, we wouldn't have known.
It's Terry.
Oh, okay. Good luck. Good luck to you on this one.
Now, someone in the chat said that they were like a number 2 ranked player. That wasn't Terry, was it? No, this is looking bad, guys. Right out of the gate.
I saw. Wait, I'm trying to find it. Sorry, guys. I'm like scrolling through the chat to try to answer all of your questions. So I'm sorry if I don't get to yours. Let's see. When are Amir on YouTube says, when are you planning to bring clans or alliances? And I will just say, clans are a priority for us and will be coming. And we are definitely looking forward to bringing more ways for players to play together and connect with one another. So,
A lot of fun stuff to look forward to on the horizon, I think. Which is very different from the outcome of this game. I don't think I have a lot to look forward to here.
yeah, but maybe in the future you can, you can join an alliance with
yeah, there you go.
Terry and Blood and Mustard.
Bring me into the alliance. I would greatly appreciate that. Those hit hard, don't they? Braun, are you close enough? Oh no, Sharkticons. I really like the Sharkticons. Like visually and like the way they play. It's a fun card. Except for when they're like bearing down on you. It's not quite as fun. Uh-oh, guys. I think this might be it. Terry.
This is rough.
Coming in for the...
Terry's got you.
Well played, Terry. Oh, wait. Hold on. Yep, there you go. GG.
Terry says, me too. I love my sharks.
They're so great. They're like the evolution of the minion, the Decepticon minion that, I didn't really know that this was going to be that kind of a stream, but, sorry, Decepticon minions. I feel like I have to apologize. I actually did get a lot of Decepticon like minions, like the minion horde. A lot of pressure from them. I need to be better at saving my Sidewinder strike, which was a tip that I was given today. So I appreciate that. Do we want to try and do one more of these, Jean-Pierre? How are we on time?
I think we have time.
Okay, let's do another one then.
Did you see that comment?
I saw that comment. Yeah. I think you're right. There's a reason why you're at the top. What is it? Can of Cash? DK Can of Cash.
DK Can of Cash.
Yeah.
The top players aren't known for going easy.
Well, that's why they're at the top, right?
Totally. And we wouldn't expect you to. This is a competitive game for a reason.
All right, exactly. All right, so we got Master Tweel, I think. Is that how you would say that? That's how I want to say it.
I see another question here. Let's see. Will there ever be PvE mode or a story mode? And that's something I'm not totally sure about. But hey, if you have suggestions for it, we'd love to hear what that looks like for you. So feel free to let us know. We're always open to that.
That's an idea that got me kind of excited. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, here it is. Sidewinder strike. Oh, Optimus already had it. I gotta be faster, but at the same time, not faster. I jumped the gun. I should have just believed in Optimus. Which, like, I feel like I always do, but... Oh no. The range. Yep. Bone
Kind of Cash says, I think Braun should be 3 Energon because the Sharkticons get more done for 4 Energon than Braun.
Yep. See, and that's like I'm saying, we talked about tuning and stuff like that earlier. Like that's the kind of stuff we like to hear. You know what I mean? Like those sorts of, if that's kind of the way it feels to be out there and in it.
Totally.
Like.
And not to do some more shameless self-promotion, but on our Discord server, we also have a forum for balance suggestions, or it's like a balance discussion channel. So, check it out.
Yeah, I think that that's the, it's good to call that out, because that is like kind of the like quintessential spot to leave that kind of feedback, right? I mean, we like you've said, we are very active and we monitor all of our channels, but like there is like a really nice little spot for that kind of stuff if you're excited to leave us that kind of feedback.
Also, I just saw like the most relatable message on Twitch from Zodiac. Says my cat messed up my typing. If anybody who has a cat knows, you know, that they will just jump on your desk. They don't care about the screen.
Cats only care about cats. I mean, maybe that's not true of all cats, right?
I think we might have just had a little bit of a technical issue and lost our gameplay for a
Yeah,
second, but
looks like we lost the game.
I do know that we have some really cool trailers to show you all. So, maybe we should,
Yeah, let's do that.
get one of those rolling for you. That's such a cool trailer. I love that one.
It's so fun, right?
I feel like they always do such a good job with the trailers too.
Oh yeah.
I see a question from Phoenix TV on YouTube who says, "Is it always going to be a competitive game? What about adding cooperative gameplay?" And I do believe the dev team says there might be some opportunities for cooperative play or that style of play with the addition of like clans, alliances, factions, whatever that ends up being named.
Which is super fun. It's always, it's a good time to sit and play, but it's always fun to play with friends. I'm a big supporter of that kind of stuff. So I think that, not exactly sure what has happened, but
That's okay. We're running a little bit out of time.
I was gonna say it might have been. I think it might have just been like the computer's way of saying like, "Hey, like, listen, isn't that enough? Everybody's had enough." I hope you haven't had enough, though.
I know. We hope that you actually haven't had enough, and do let us know if you guys have, ideas for future streams, or, you want to see more of us, because we want to see more of you.
Right. I do just want to clear up one thing in the chat. Tuli, you did beat me fair and square. Just so you know, I was still playing the game. We couldn't see it anymore. And yes,
right.
You beat me fair and square. So congratulations.
Yeah, we do have to call that out, because we don't want to rob them of their honest win.
You beat me.
Everybody needs to know. Cool. Well, in the meantime, I just wanted to thank you all for joining us so much. If you don't already know, the movie has released today, Transformers: Rise of the Beast. So you should totally check that out if you haven't yet, because some people have already seen it. And in the meantime, download and play on the App Store, Transformers Tactical Arena. You can download it for free now. Like I said, if you anywhere you're watching, please subscribe or follow us, because we want to keep connecting with you all. We want you guys to be the first to know about any new things that are coming. And yeah, anything else you think we need to add here, Evan?
No, it's been exciting to play with you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the tips, all that fun stuff. And really, I hope that we get a chance to do it again here in the future. As new things get added and launched, it gives us a reason to come back and reach out and touch, base with you guys and see how it's going. So yeah, hopefully you guys had fun. We had a lot of fun on our end.
Yeah. I don't think we have an official goodbye yet.
I know it's
roll out. We should
roll out is the classic one. Like, we're going to roll out. So I guess that's it, right?
We'll roll out, and we'll see you in our community channels, our Discord, the Reddit, the Twitter, the everywhere. So see you there.
Thanks guys.